Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Nick of Nick Studios and let's get right into it. Okay, so today we are continuing our turn tutorial series. Specifically, we are going through the skirmish phase of a turn in Doorkeeper. And as a quick point of summary, during a skirmish phase, two legions clash in epic combat. And that's really about it. So let's just dive right in. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the field here before we even begin the skirmish. Let's have a legion here in red, which will represent our Legion 1, and an enemy legion here in blue. That will represent the enemy's Legion 1. Okay, so now that we have two legions, and we have declared an attack order against that legion, let's get into the first step here. So, during the first step of the skirmish phase, the attacking legion is going to tally up its total power. So let's get some cards out here to fill up our legion. Perfect, and let's have some cards in the opposing legion. So, as you can see, our legion here at the bottom has 8 total attack, which is calculated by adding up all the power values in the upper left-hand corner. Of course, there are card effects and other cards that can boost the attack of a unit, but for today, we're not going to get into that. We'll just keep it nice and simple with arithmetic. So add up 2 plus 3 plus 3 for a total of 8. And the opposing legion, the counter legion, has a total of 10 power. Since we have at least one unit, specifically the Terracotta Warrior, with a view arrow pointing towards the enemy legion, we are able to attack said enemy legion. During the counter step, the opposing player may declare a counter and check to make sure that they also have a view arrow pointing towards our legion. Since, as you can see, they control all Terracotta Warriors, they have at least one view arrow pointed towards our legion. If they didn't, then we would enter what is known as an ambush. And during an ambush, you essentially just skip the counter damage step. This is meant to signify that your legion, the attacking legion, has surprised the enemy legion who is unable to retaliate. So while the counter legion will not deal any counter damage, you still have to deal enough damage to overcome their power values and thus destroy the card. Okay, so now that we've tallied up the total power and validated that both legions are able to attack one another, we then enter the attack damage step. So during the attack damage step, you apply the attacking legion's power as damage, going from left to right from the perspective of the legion's controller. So from our perspective, it's going to look right to left. What this means is that the damage is applied to the first unit, and any remaining damage is then applied to the following unit, and so forth. Next, we apply counter damage, in which, just as with the attack damage step, we applied power as damage from left to right. We will instead apply counter power as counter damage. So as you probably already figured out, this was an ill-conceived attack, since we have significantly less power than our opponent, which brings us to the resolve step. During the resolve step, units that are destroyed, exhausted, lost, gusted, etc. due to a card effect or just simple damage calculation are now removed from the field. And as you can see, our entire legion was wiped out by the counter legion. Meanwhile, the counter legion has one card left, which is that Terracotta Warrior there in the 5th legion slot. During the resolve step, after removing and resolving any destruction, etc., the legions are then readjusted so that final Terracotta Warrior will be moved from the 5th legion slot to the 1st legion slot. And so, since our legion was completely wiped out, we have to remove the die from the field, representing our Legion 1. And that about sums it up for the skirmish phase. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, there are all sorts of skills and effects and other abilities which will diversify a standard skirmish. However, this was just a quick overview. And with that being said, thanks for watching. And as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you too can enter the door to adventure.